Hi anyone, I'm Berkle, and welcome to another episode of me playing Minecraft on the Skyfall SMP. Last time we built this lighthouse and a froglight farm. I'm going to be using some of the drops that we get from the froglight farm, which are magma cream, to turn that into magma blocks to build the gold farm today. Build up some more infrastructure just so we can use it for the rest of the season, since we're probably going to reset a couple months after 1.20 comes out, and that might be coming in the next couple months, so I'm estimating 4 to 6 months left on this world, and that's not a lot of time in the grand scheme of things, so I need to start building that infrastructure up. In between episodes, I've been collecting the materials for the gold farm. We have a bunch of magma from the froglight farm, and I hand collected some of it. This will be used for the platforms for the pigmen to spawn on, and then they will go through some sort of drop chamber to be collected into a 1x1 chamber with some redstone. And then I'll be killing them with looting, so that way it's extra drops, and we get a lot more drops that way. All this glass is there so that the gas don't spawn, and then other platforms are made of glass, so nothing else spawns there, and that way we're safe. The only thing that we're missing are 2 turtle eggs to go on these 2 red stained glass, so that pigmen are attracted to them and then jump into the pit themselves. That's the way the farm works. I'm going to go check out the Theswani3's new shop that he's been selling all of the turtle type items. So I'm going to go check that out in the shopping district and restock my shops because it's been a minute. We're at Berkle's Convenience. This is where I sell my rockets, and I've restocked all of those, all the rocket boxes and stuff. That's pretty easy for me. What I'm working on are the carrots and the elytra, iron, glass, and XP orbs. Most of that's done through villagers, so it's a good thing I'm doing what I'm doing today with the gold farm, because that will help me get villagers cheaper with golden apples as like a resource. So now that I've shown you the shops kind of getting restocked and what else I need to work on, let's go look for Theswani's shop, which, yeah, it's by his boat. So over here we have his turtle shop. Little pirate turtle. There's your ender chest. Give me an ender chest. It's a good thing I carry it on me. What's in here? Ooh, scoop. Let's see. How many? 1 for 4. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay. Here's my wallet, basically. And 1 diamond, please. Bing. Bong. This can go away. And where's this? And this goes in here. Boom. Oh, speak of the devil. Next thing we need to do is go look for a nether waste biome for the gold farm to be in. So I'm gonna go check out where I can do that in the nether and just start building the gold farm. Okay, so I found this nether waste. Hey buddy. Okay, there's a giant lake. Don't see me, don't see me, don't see me. And you do it to yourself. 1 second. Okay. So there's this giant lake here, and I think it's going to be pretty good to for this farm, because it's going to go on the nether roof, and we want to have a big area where we don't have to do a bunch of spawn proofing, because it's a vertical farm for the gold farm. So I can use mini HUD to pull up a sphere for like all the area that we'll need to see for the gold farm. Okay, here's the sphere. So inside of this is all the area that we need to spawn proof. So it's pretty much already good. Like all of this is good. Let's see, all of this is good. All of this is good. Check in with free cam. All of this is fine. I think the only area that we need to check is like just mine these few blocks. Like it's so good. Let's see. And then if we just go up with free cam a little bit, there might be some inside here. Yeah, there's this little platform that we can just mine out. And then over here as well. So there's a little bit of slabbing or mining we'll have to do. Probably slabbing. But it's not so bad, especially with the rates and everything. You can always do the donut farm up at the top let me go up to the roof, and then we'll talk about gold farms a bit. Moving right along, we've got to moving right along on the Nether Highway. Moving right along, we got Sneezy's gold farm. Yeah, so this is Sneezy's gold farm. This is done by Mango, I believe. So this one uses the their anger to like get them to like follow you into the chamber. I don't really know what I'm doing. So yeah, you come stand on here, they fall in here, then they die, it's very loud. So yeah, they just keep dying, you get the XP. It kind of just is a backflow of gold though. It kind of goes into the center, and it's just awkward to collect the items with this. That's one of my gripes, and then my other gripe is that you can't do looting with this. So yeah, that's it for the problems with this gold farm. I helped them build this in the beginning of the server pretty much, and I just want to build my own because I didn't do like all the item collection or anything like that, and I can't really just take the resources from that when I want. So I just want my own farm. But now I'm going to take you over to Moonshine's gold farm. We're going to check that out real quick. I'm going to take the secret tunnel that Plasma set up. Yeah, this is Moonshine's base. He is an amazing builder. He does amazing things with textures, shapes. Check him out. Yeah, I'm sure you'll enjoy the stuff that he makes because he does some technical stuff, some designing. He does some great things. So now we're going to check out his gold farm. So it's at the top of the nether. That's where you AFK here. Let's go into free cam to show it off. There's a bunch of spawning pads here just to maximize the amount of zombie piglin that spawn. Then we're going to use a similar mechanic as he does to get them to jump into the hole as with these eggs. So what all we're going to be doing is putting them into a 1x1 hole instead of these 5x5s that he's pretty much pouring them into. And then that way we can make the farm into a looting farm, because this farm, similar to Sneezy's, isn't doing anything with looting. Also with Sneezy's, it goes directly into one hopper per section. So what I want to do is just spread out the items so that they never go into hoppers until they're going straight into their sorters. So it's not going to have any sort of a backlog. And this way, things are simpler, for at least in my eyes. So this one, it has great rates. It looks awesome. It looks, at least to me, it looks awesome. Then also down here, he has some piglin bartering. So I also want to do something similar with some piglin bartering, because that's, in the end, the reason I want to make this is mostly for gravel, as well for the gold for the apples. So yeah, that's his farm. I'm going to take us back to the lake area that we're going to be building our farm at, but on top of the nether, and I'll show you where we'll be AFKing for our farm. Ba, 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 ba. Like, yeah, so this is where we're AFKing. It's a little lower than those other gold farms, so this is the drawback of this kind of farm, because it has more verticality to it. So you'll have to do a little bit of the spawn proofing that we talked about earlier, but that's why we picked over the lava lake, so we do as little as we need to. And with this one, I made this one as high up as possible, just so we could limit the spawn proofing as well. I hate doing a bunch of spawn proofing, especially in the nether. It's just more complicated because you need to actually slab everything and blah 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 blah. Okay, but enough dilly-dallying. I think it's time for me to build this gold farm, and I'll just do a time lapse, and then we'll talk about the details of it. And I think, yeah, let's do it. Alright, the gold farm's done. It's a little different than we last left you with it, with the time lapse. I added another layer to it during a live stream, just because it felt like it could be a little bit faster than it was. So adding that fourth layer kind of makes it rival with Gnembon's actual design, with all the layers going down with the specific pattern. But this makes it simpler, where you only need 2 turtle eggs, and you also only really need to make 4 platforms and in big circles, so you don't really have to think too much about it. Otherwise, it's pretty similar. We have this clock up here. This is what's going to be putting them all into like a 1x1. This powdered snow is negating all their fall damage, so they all have the same health when they fall down. Then we go into the clock that's pushing them down. Here we have a lever that you turn off and on really quickly, just so it's a shorter pulse that this piston's getting, so it allows the clock to function. This piston gets it powered, and it does a 2-tick pulse basically from here. It's reading it. That will only allow the 2 ticks to go through, nothing else from the clock. So the clock just continuously goes back and forth with these 2 repeaters on 4 ticks. That's pretty much all it does. Then I separated the pushing just so it has a little bit more space inside it. Like the timing is a little so this one goes first to free up the space, then these push. That's pretty much how it goes. Then they fall down this tube, which puts them to like a 1-hit kill with a sword for sure, with sweeping edge. I think it could be a little lower to do like the punching mechanism, but this is a tube, so you definitely want to use a sword with an armor stand. So that's pretty much it for the mechanism. If you want them to just fall straight down and die, so you're fully AFK, you're not swinging, you just flip that lever, they fall down. Sometimes on single player, or not on a version of this server where the items collect, you may need to put a piston here to push the items off of the chain, because they can accumulate in the center if they land in the right spot. Then down here, very similarly to up top, we have another clock where the piston is pushing. Then it goes into the honey block, which is collecting the items on top of an ender chest. That pushes the items off of it and down into this track. So since it's on an ender chest, it will stay it will be on the ender chest. Then the honey block will push it, but since it's a honey block, it sticks to it, so it stays as close to the chest as possible when it falls down. So it's between these 2 blocks because there's a little space there. Then the slime block will push the items along the ice track and into the item sorters, which are all just impulse item sorters. And these all just have nuggets in them, and then down here we have some regular gold. I'm just trashing all the swords and the heads and the flesh. It's just a little unnecessary. Ooh, no, I'm trapped. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the farm. I originally had this with like a crusher here so they die quicker when you're AFKing, but I decided just let them fall. If you want XP, you could do the looting. Yeah, I'm going to AFK for an hour and see how many shulkers we get, because I like to do the shulker system since I have a shulker farm. Use what you got. Let's see, we have 2 in here already, so we'll see what we do after an hour. Okay, it's been a little bit over an hour, so it's about time to check on our profits. I do want to speak about the little guy down here. So they can spawn on that block there. So if you want to fix that, then just make it a leaf block. I might do that when I upgrade to the bartering system. But I think what we're going to do is just check on our profits, and then that will be the end of the episode. So let's see what we've got. No ingots yet? No, not a box of ingots. So we'd have to open this, check what's in there, but I'm pretty sure it'd probably be like 3/4 full from my previous testing on other things. So then here, we'll check on the nuggets. So we had 2 boxes before. What I'm predicting is probably like 18-ish. So let's see what we get. I'll be happy with 18. Hey! So yeah, that's 19. So we had 2 before. So we technically only got 17 in that hour, which would be pretty much 8 double chests, plus whatever's in these systems already. So we could just count these, because that's pretty much 2 shulkers between these 3 that get filled up. So that will give us 2 stacks of gold blocks. So I've been converting as I go in here and then down in here. That will give us a good rate for bartering, I think. So I'm really happy with this farm. If you like it and you want a block for block tutorial, let me know. Leave a comment and a like on this video, and I'll most likely give it a shot giving a block for block tutorial. I will say Tango Tech inspired me with this powdered snow idea, and then the rest I kind of just figured out on my own, because I remember seeing him in one of his videos from the start of Hermitcraft season. I think he made Gnembon's exact gold farm, but he did something similar to me where he conjoined everything and put it into a cobweb instead of the chain for some reason. So I made my own tweaks to it and changes, and this is my design, I would say. So it's inspired by others, but yeah, this is my gold farm. So I'm really happy with it. I'm excited to be able to build things with these resources, because gravel's a really important resource, blackstone's a really important resource, and those things are going to be coming next episode with the crazy bartering farm that I'm going to be making. It's going to be like an engine. It's going to look so cool. It's going to do so many things. But yeah, this is the gold farm. Leave a comment, leave a like. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one. Stay safe.